Hello folks, welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Orduna. This is my mom, Gina.
He is a journalist.
She's the enthusiast.
I am such a sports enthusiast because this is my favorite time of year. Football is really getting close to playoff time.
Absolutely.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and all spectrums. You got high school, college, and pros. High school's finishing up. State championship games are being played.
Congratulations to our local team. Blue Valley North won our state championship here.
College football is right now really in the thick of things. Division II, on the Division II level, everyone's in their playoff mode. And Division I, FBS is right now in the same positions. And then the NFL, every game right now is putting you in position to be in the wild card or kind of just in the right position to be in the playoffs or in the division. So we've got a big showdown tonight. Thursday night football, it's always exciting. Some of the games haven't been very good, but for the most part, they have been pretty good. You get the big color uniforms, and right now we've got the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington team up there in the Northeast. We don't like to say their team name, the Washington Redskins. We find it to be offensive and racist. So we just call them the Washington team
or the DC football team.
But we have the NFC showdown going on tonight between these two teams. Dak Prescott against Kirk Cousins. What are your quick thoughts on this Thursday night showdown tonight, as it's a big game within the division?
Well, I think these are the exciting games. Whenever you have the DC team taking on the Cowboys, it's always a good game. And like you said, Kirk Cousins' numbers have been great, but they're both 5-6. They're really at the exact same place. So this is kind of a need-to-win game for both of these teams. They're both under 500. And I'm going to just say this. I'm going to pick with my heart for Dak, not the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys. I grew up an Oilers fan. They're now the Texans. I've never liked the Cowboys, but I do like Dak. I believe in him.
Sure.
He's been getting some heat and shade because he was so phenomenal last year. It's like whenever you rise that high to the top, people cannot wait to tear you down. And right now he has no weapons offensively or defensively, and the team is struggling. And you could say maybe even he's struggling, but I think he's still doing well. I'm going to pick with my heart and pick Dak tonight against the DC team.
Right. Everything that you said is correct. And I think what adds even more pressure is the fact that he's a Cowboy.
Yeah.
Everybody
loves to hate the Cowboys, including
the Cowboys.
Me.
I'm not a Cowboy fan either, but I do like Dak Prescott a lot. I love his story. I thought he was well deserving for winning the Rookie of the Year.
He absolutely was.
Pro Bowler. All of those things are true. He's had a rough go this year because the team's not very good right now. Or at least they're not playing very well. But I am going to pick the Cowboys tonight. I think it's a must-win for them more than anything else. You could say the same thing for Washington, but I think it's even more of a must-win for Dallas.
What's your score?
I think it's going to be a decent game. I think maybe a little bit closer. I think it's going to be 21-17. I think a last-second field goal. Dallas will win that game. So.
I kind of agree with you. I was thinking about 20-14, 2017, something like that.
Okay, yeah. It's going to be a good game for sure. Both, like you said, both these teams are 5-6, and they both need this win for sure.
They do.
Well, let's stick with the NFC right now. We are going to talk about some of the division leaders, some of the big games coming up this weekend, and kind of where every team is at. Out of the NFC South right now, the Saints are on a roll, and actually so are the Panthers. Both teams have really shown up. The Falcons are starting to pick it up a little bit. The only team that really has kind of hit their slump is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A lot of that has to do with the what's it called on HBO? What's their show?
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks curse. So really, there are three teams right now that are making some big strides, but the Saints right now are at the top. Really at the top. There's a big showdown between the Saints and the Panthers this weekend. We will keep our eye on that. Let's talk about the NFC North here. The Vikings, who have really made a big push. They've been devastated by quarterback injury the last couple years here with Teddy Bridgewater and now Sam Bradford. Case Keenum has really done a good job of keeping that team afloat. They've had a lot of good wins this year. They play the Falcons this weekend. That's going to be a big showdown. We'll keep our eye on that one as well. And then we've got the NFC West. We've got the Rams, who have really made a big splash this year after the last couple years really were just abysmal. Last year, Jared Goff was the #1 overall pick at quarterback. And they've had a lot of in and outs with Jeff Fisher being fired.
Jeff Fisher.
Exactly. And then the Arizona Cardinals with picking up Adrian Peterson, and Bruce Arians is really on his way out. There's been kind of a lot of hit and miss stuff going on. Carson Palmer's been out. The Rams really at the top of their division. That will be a good one. And then we have the NFC East, as we talked about earlier with the showdown tonight. But the Eagles and the Seahawks are taking off this weekend. Two birds right there, Seahawks and Eagles.
I see what you did.
And Philadelphia again. really just running away with everything in the lead with one loss this year. Those are some interesting matchups. We're excited to watch. Do you have any one of those games that you really kind of feel like will be better to watch than others, or do you think they're all about the same?
I mean, I think they're all about the same. These are good matchups. The Saints were my pick to win that division at the beginning of the season. Then they started out in a little slump.
Yeah, they did.
Back-to-back ugly losses. Yep. But they're both 8-3, the Saints and the Packers, the Panthers. I would tell you the most intriguing game to me right now are the Rams, the Cardinals. Well, I take that back. That's not even what I was going to say. Eagles and Seahawks.
Okay,
yeah. The Seahawks need this win.
They do.
Everybody is coming down on the Legion of Boom, talking about how the defense isn't clicking, offensive, all of that. The Eagles are so unbeatable right now. Exactly. 10-1, Pennsylvania, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I really want to see how this game plays out.
I think that's a good one to circle on the schedule.
Yeah, it's a big circle.
I will have to agree with you on that one. And then to the game you were alluding to, the Saints, or for me, I guess it would be that NFC South showdown, the Saints and the Panthers, because both teams are about the same.
They are exactly the same right now.
Cam Newton is really playing at the high level, and so is Drew Brees, and that run game with Alvin Kamara at running back. They're really doing a good job there. So there's a lot of good stuff to talk about here.
We'll go through and do picks at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. In the NFC right now, they're looking a lot better than the AFC.
I know.
And let's talk about the AFC, as our Chiefs are still at the top of their division in the AFC West, but we have really declined week after week. And it's really frustrating for us Chiefs fans. But let's talk about each division here quickly and just talk about the games. The AFC South right now, you got the Jags and the Titans, who are really kind of leading that division. The Jags, young, up-and-coming team, number one defense in the league. Out of that division, the big games are the Texans and the Titans this week. As the AFC North is taking place, you got the Steelers, who have really been running away with the AFC, as well as the Patriots. But you've got the Bengals and the Steelers, big-time AFC North rival game right there. And then obviously for our Chiefs, we got the Chiefs going to New York, playing the Jets. That should be a win on paper, but we haven't been winning games lately.
The win against the Giants should have been a win on paper.
And the Bills. And then the AFC East, you've got the Bills and the Patriots. Patriots again running away. The Patriots and the Steelers running away with the AFC right now. What are your thoughts on some of those matchups? As there's some big games there.
Well, there are a lot of big games. I mean, the Steelers and Bengals are traditional. I'm just so disappointed because the Texans lost to Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
So on paper, the Titans are 7-4. The Texans are 4-7. Tennessee probably will roll that game. The Steelers and the Bengals. The Steelers are playing on all 9-2 against 5-6. The Bengals just really can't get right. I know they have AJ Green. I know they just can't get right.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then of course the Patriots and the Bills. The Patriots are unbeatable.
Patriots again,
and the Bills, of course, played us with a pillow fight last week.
Exactly.
So the Patriots are going to win that game. But then I look at the Chiefs and the Jets, and I'm going to circle that obviously because they are our Chiefs, but they've been playing so inconsistently and so bad. And the Jets are a creep up on your team. They played the Patriots down to the last seconds. They're at 4-7, but I can't sleep on that. So that's the game I'm going to be glued to in that side of it.
No, I agree. I think that's actually really the matchup of the weekend because this one I'll put the Chiefs at 500. They will have lost 6 out of their last 7 games, and this will really make it interesting to see what they will do at quarterback. There's a lot of speculation with Alex Smith right now. That's, again, a creepy up game on the road. The Jets are looking for a big win, and the Chiefs could go down. All right, so let's go back to the NFC and go through those matchups and see who we want there.
All right, well, on the NFC South, the Saints and the Panthers, I picked the Saints to win the division. I'm going to still stick with that, but I think the Panthers might get them this week.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Cam Newton, and I'm going to go maybe by 7.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Saints. I think it'll be a shootout. I think it'll a touchdown victory, but I'm going to go with the Saints in this one.
All right.
Then why don't you just go ahead and go through the...
Well, then the Vikings at the Falcons. My heart wants to root for the Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater is finally back, but he can't really play. Case Keenum has just been drug around the league, and I think he's kind of playing the hero right now, although the Falcons looked great the last couple of games. So my heart wants to pick the Vikings, but I think I have to go with the Falcons now.
I'm going to go with the Vikings still. I think the Vikings have a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to go with the Vikings by 3 there.
Well, Rams at Cardinals. Normally this would be a I don't care, but I actually do kind of care about this. I'd like to see Jared Goff really get some of his due. They're sitting at 8-3, so I'm going to go for the Rams this week.
Yeah, I think the Rams are on a roll, and I think they're just better right now, top to bottom, than the Cardinals, and I got to go with the Rams.
Eagles and Seahawks, man, that's the game to watch.
It is.
I am rooting for the Seahawks. I'm going to go on a limb and pick the Seahawks in the upset against the Eagles, and I'm going to do it by like 3, like a field goal at the end kind of thing.
Yeah, I would like to. Initially, I'd like to go a 10-point win Seahawks, but I think it'll be closer to that. Maybe a touchdown or a field goal. The Seahawks need a big win, and the Eagles are going on the road, so I'm definitely going to pick the Seahawks. All right, let's go to the AFC here. All right, let's rapid fire. Texans and Titans. Who do you have on this one?
Unfortunately, I have the Titans.
Yes, I'm going to go with the Titans, probably 10 points or more. AFC North, Steelers, Bengals, rival game. What do you have there?
Steelers, easy.
Steelers,
Big.
yeah, big win there. All right, our Chiefs, AFC West, Chiefs, Jets. Who do you have on the road?
Chiefs, please. I'm picking the Chiefs, and I need this to happen. We got to score. Please score 14 points. Yeah, please.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I think it is going to be a 14-point win on that one. And then the AFC East, Patriots and the Bills. Who do you have there?
Patriots.
Absolutely. Well, that's just a crash course of what's going on in the league right now. There's still a lot more games to be played, and this is really where everything matters.
Well, it's 3 more weeks till playoffs.
You gotta win these games and put yourself in position. We want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and continue to follow us on Facebook. We'll see you again, folks.